Hola mi gente, Adriana Medina Kagan here with Fuerte Fitness. Happy Valentine's Day. This is the perfect setting. The Mamacita challenge is going. We are going into part 2 on Wednesday. You'll hear a little bit from Candace and I together tomorrow, but I just want to leave you all a message and give you the invitation personally. Like it's fun seeing everybody show up. It's so awesome to create a group of women supporting each other in this way. It's so crazy to think about it. I was talking to a girlfriend client who was afraid to call me because whatever the reason, hiding, deflecting, whatever it was, hadn't called me since she missed an appointment, right? Just the podcast, right? And it was funny because I was like, stop, it's okay. I love you. Like this, we're here to support each other. Sometimes I need the benefit of the doubt, and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. We have a lot on our plate. The point is that we are moving forward, that we are done with any excuses or hiding or deflecting, but that we pick up the phone and we can call each other anytime and say, hey, I need help. It's so hard. It was so hard. It's so easy for me now. I mean, not easy, I shouldn't say, but it's challenging for us to ask for help. Especially if you are in that hustle mode and you are doing things. We are our biggest critic because we feel like we should be doing so much more. I mean, as a Latina, as a woman, the way I grew up in scarcity, I mean, I'm a hustler. I am making it. But the crazy thing is that I don't need to hustle anymore. It's about enjoying life and also showing up for ourselves, like giving us that self-love, not doing it for other people, but doing it for ourselves and getting our needs met, whatever that is. I've noticed that I've always provided some sort of support within the gym, within the Latino community, within my Ragnar team sports, crazy family here, within competition. I'm always about encouragement and supporting each other. Because I didn't grow up that way. Like it took a conversation with Adi that was on my podcast to really set in. Like that's why we didn't have those encouraging words. We didn't have that support system where we made mistakes and it's okay, right? We usually got those mistakes thrown in our faces and then we wonder why we don't make mistakes and why we're in the situation that we always are in, right? Making excuses, blaming, deflecting. You know, there's many times I showed up and lied to my trainer. There's many times where I wanted to make him happy. There's so many times where I showed up to a competition and I could have done better. And then there's so many times that I showed up to a competition where I left my all on that stage. I mean, there's seasons and reasons for everything and everybody. But I thought, what a great idea to provide, this Mamacita challenge. Like first month, right? Usually people can do anything for a month. You see everything kind of come out, you cleanse, you don't not just cleanse your body, but you cleanse your cupboards and your refrigerators and start getting good stuff in. But then the excuses start creeping in, like towards the 4th week or so. And it challenges you. It really does. But it also inspires you because you see the changes. We've done progress pictures. We've done how to measure yourself. We've done, these are menus. You can choose whatever you want. You can download, MyFitnessPal. You can do it on your own. You can eat whatever is on here. Like there's no food that's bad food. That is like the part 1, right? It's the cleanse. It's the cleaning that out. Part 2 gets a little bit more refined. It's the leveling up. It's already like scheduling yourself as an appointment and keeping your word to yourself and finding ways to make better decisions, healthier decisions, because we all have those choices every day of what we're going to eat, what we're going to do. I mean, we better be in control of that or we leave that to like chance, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. I love having people that are a little bit more controlling because I'm like, you're going to have so much fun in this because you're going to control it all. It's all up to you, right? So it has been fun, and we are starting part 2, which is the next 4 weeks. I'm doing this as a 3-part series, so I'm inviting people to come in, because then it's like 4 weeks, and then we have 4 more weeks starting in May the 19th, I believe. So this is an opportunity for you to come in, for you to have a group of women that we're supporting each other. We're working out together. We are cooking. Some of us are cooking together. Some of us are putting up some ideas, menus, accessories, kitchen accessories that make food prepping a lot easier. I mean, that is the goal. I would love everybody. I would love my family to eat like I do. You know, if they just didn't have the experience that I do. But they know that I cook good food and they eat it. So I must be doing something right. And it's healthy. Don't tell them that. Even the Mexican food. I don't want to hear that Mexican food is not healthy, because you can make it healthy. It's what you put in it. It's the choices that you make for the ingredients that you put into the pot. It's the same thing with life. It's the choices that you make to like make yourself an appointment in your calendar and show up. Get up or go. Do it even after work, whatever it is. Just make it happen. Even if it's 30 minutes, even if it's 20 minutes. Like, you keeping that commitment to yourself builds that confidence that creates so much more power, and it empowers you, and nobody can take that away. Rather you get like a trophy that says first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or not. Like, nobody can take that away from you. So some people are in it for a competition. Some people are in it just to lose the pant size. Some people are in it just to keep the word to themselves. I mean, whatever it is, this is that opportunity. This is that group. This is what you've been kind of looking for. It's funny how I always love groups, and I've been a part of them, trust me, because I tried to lose weight way before I started strength training with Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers and all that stuff. I just recognized that the group settings were so powerful, that the accountability, having a weigh in with a group of women, was so powerful. Having that group, I mean, wherever you're at too, because remember, stages and phases, you could be at a deflecting, hiding, blaming point because you're not losing weight. Well, like I gained 2 pounds, but my abs look better the last 2 weeks. So I'm not crying about that, but I wish that people could see that so they don't get stuck on the numbers. So this is the opportunity to be able to see that, to be able to eat food that you don't normally eat, because you're doing things that you don't normally do for the longest time, right? I may have like stayed solid or not drank for a month, but could you do it for a little longer? Could you keep that word? Like, let's say, reward yourself, not with food, but with an intention of, I'm gonna go out to dinner and enjoy my food, eat what I want, and I'm gonna go out to walk with a friend and talk and move and do whatever it is. That's the reward, right? It's the communication, it's the group, it's the what we do with each other. I was really moved by a client who had told me that one of her, and she's a director at her company, and said, one of my meetings I turned into a walking meeting. We're all online anyway, so we're having this conversation. Why not go for a walk at the same time? I was like, that is so powerful. Because what else would you do? Sit at your desk, not move, stay there for about 8 hours, and then wonder why your hamstrings and lower back hurt and why you're so not energetic, right? The sitting is the new smoking. I mean, we have to remember that. It's what we do for our bodies. It's what we feed our bodies. What kind of quality of stuff that we put into your body. I know it's hard to eat local, seasonal, organic, but you just make better decisions based on that. Like, based on your budget too. I don't want somebody going broke just trying to eat organic. That's ridiculous. You can also eat healthy, eating beans and rice and some veggies, right? Know me. I mean, just remember how we grew up. That's kind of crazy, right? It's getting rid of the processed food in the every day that we have let in, that have kind of somehow snuck their way into our food. And now it's so habitual. It's so hard to stop drinking. That's why I go periods of time with like sober October and in January where you just don't have to drink. Just stop. It doesn't have to have it. You don't have to have it. We could have a tea. We can have golden milk. We can have an almond milk. We can have whatever. Like, there's other choices that we can make. So here's my invitation for you all. If you need something, if that rings a bell, if that sounds somewhat inspiring and you're thinking about trying it out, try it out for a month. This is the next 4 weeks. This is your opportunity to come and do it. Come and see what you think of it, what appeals to you, what you like, and see if you're willing to take on yourself, because that's the commitment to yourself. Is not in the group, even though sometimes we may let ourselves down before we let our group down. I've done it, and it's totally fine. That's where you grow into and out of with self-love. And it's so hard because food is so close to comfort for us. It's our only form sometimes of liberation. I remember I just wanted my trainer to be on me about that, and he's like, you know what you're doing, you can eat whatever you want, but is it gonna get you any closer to first place, second place? So you have what you want. I don't recommend you eating a cheat meal or meal of your choice until you've had 2 weeks of clean eating. And that really helped dial that in. Like, that's true, right? We can do whatever we want. And had that trainer been a little bit more strict, I would have rebelled. And so I just happened to have Beefcake Mike Davies come into my life at the right time. And I've had him for the last, 12 years now. So that's something to be said about that. And there's something to be said about constantly being trained and challenged and moved and growing. Like, when people talk to me about their food and how hard it is, I'm like, oh yeah. When they talk to me about cardio, cardio is tough, man. Strength training, getting it all together, working all the pieces. 1 week's a little bit more muscle. You got the strength training part okay, but then the food is lacking. You got the cardio good, but then the strength training is lacking. And it's always moving pieces, but it's better to make strides at something than not, than to have that all or nothing mentality and yet be in the same spot, a year later. So why not try something and be at a different spot a week later, a month later, and 8 weeks later? I don't know if I'm going to do this program for longer. I mean, I'm tempted to for different people. I do it on the individual basis, as far as like we train and get people to download the MyFitnessPal and go through that. But this is the first time I actually open it up to a group of people where we do it together. They get to see what I go through. They get to see my before pictures as well. Like, I'm in it with them. And yet I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it because I love me. I'm doing it because I need to step back and see where I'm at different periods of my fitness. I need to be challenged. I need to have different foods. I need to change it up a little bit. It changes up the energy as well. And it also invigorates me. And I realize that I do love different foods like parsnips and rutabaga and turnips. There's so many different things that we just don't know about until we dip our toe in and just see how it feels. And my best moments are when clients come to me with that aha moment. Like, they love to run. They realize they love to run. They realize they love to paddleboard. They realize that they love all these other things that they wouldn't have tried had they not been looking for something that was more active. It's beautiful. And I hope that for everybody. I mean, that is why I am in the industry that I am, in the position that I am. I have so many people coming and going, and I'm glad when people kind of turn it up a little bit and say, hey, I want a little bit more, I want to work on the food or whatever it is, because it's very inspiring, because I see them move and I see them making strides, and it's encouraging to have them make themselves proud. So if you're in it, please click on the link below, sign up. We start on Wednesday. It's like in 2 days. You'll hear a little bit more from Candace and I tomorrow around 11 o'clock Pacific time on both of our pages, Fuerte Fitness and Candace Box page. So I will see you tomorrow. Sign up before we miss your spot. It's coming up quick. People moving in, people moving out. It's good energy. Mwah. Adios.